maybe you need to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and say, all right, let's just have a plan and start taking some action. Time to be done feeling stagnant or stuck or blaming it on the year. Let's not blame 2020 anymore. Let's start living with intention. Let's build a 90-day plan and get there. Welcome to the Action Taker podcast. Hi, I'm Lauren Cosgrave, and I'm a business coach. In this podcast, you'll find an action-packed look at the strategies, tactics, and mindset that lead to successful online coaching, consulting, and service businesses, even if you're a mighty team of one. Hello, Action Takers. It's Lauren, and today we are going to be talking about 90-day plans. Oh my gosh, I love this topic. I'm so excited to be talking about it today. If you're in the world of entrepreneurship, you've probably heard of this concept of a 90-day plan. It's a pretty common tool that most business coaches talk about, or any personal development books. And if you haven't heard about it, we're going to talk about it today. We're going to break it down, why you need it, why it is the most important tool in your business to help keep you focused and continued to stay dedicated to growth of your business. And then we're also going to learn my system. I'll teach you how my system that's a part of the Action Taker Planner, how I use that to create my 90-day plans. And I wanted to release this to you today because it is the beginning of the next quarter. It's the beginning of the last 90 days of the year of 2020. And no matter what 2020 has been like for you, there's still time to salvage this year. There's still time to say, all right, what do these next 3 months need to look like for me to start making progress? Maybe you need to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and say, all right, let's just have a plan and start taking some action. Time to be done feeling stagnant or stuck or blaming it on the year. Let's not blame 2020 anymore. Let's start living with intention. Let's build a 90-day plan and get there. All right, so why is a 90-day plan the most important tool in your business? If we don't know where we're going, if we don't know what we want to achieve in our business, it is completely unrealistic to expect that we'll sit down at our computer every day and just make something happen. You have to have a direction that you're going in. All businesses have plans. All big businesses have plans. When I was working at Facebook, we had annual plans, quarterly plans, 6-month plans. The amount of time that we spent on planning was way higher than most people do. And in the military, same thing. We had annual plans, we had deployment plans, we had training plans. You have to commit time to planning. Now, hopefully I'm preaching to the choir here. Hopefully you've heard this before, but if not, if you're feeling like you're swirling, if you're feeling like you just don't know what to do next, step one is always to say, what's your 90-day plan and how are you tracking towards it? Okay. Why is 90 days the key increment of measurement? We hear this all the time, and where did that come from? Did it just get pulled out of thin air? Well, first and foremost, it aligns with the fiscal quarterly calendars, right? Every 3 months out of the year is a quarter of 12 months. Okay, so there's that mathematical reason. The second piece is that 90 days is a long enough period of time to really make progress on a specific project. And really give you a chance to get into a flow or a rhythm and be able to hang your hat on something at the end of 90 days. A week, a month, 2 months tends to be a little bit short. So when we put ourselves looking out 90 days in advance, we come at it from a different perspective. Our brain starts to think a little bit bigger. Our brain starts to think broader topics around what do we want to accomplish? What do we hope to win? What do we hope to do in those next 90 days? So hopefully I've laid the foundation for you here. Hopefully you understand the concept of why a 90-day plan is important. Now, how do we do that? How do you do a 90-day plan? Because that can be challenging also. All right, so I'd love to break down for you the system that is in the Action Taker Planner. If you want to find out more and get a copy of the Action Taker Planner daily page, which is also a similar layout to the quarterly plans, this would be like in addition to that daily page. The daily page is going to keep you aligned with your 90-day plan. head over to laurencosgrave.com and you can get a free copy of the daily page. Or if you're ready to buy the Action Taker Planner, you can head over to actiontakerplanner.com and you can see I've got some training videos. Every purchase of a planner comes with a copy of Productivity in Action Masterclass. There's a lot of information on my website if you want to go deeper in this. All right, so the 90-day plan, first thing I want you to do is get a piece of paper and draw quadrants on that paper. Do like a T, like a line down a middle of the page and then a line horizontally across the page so that you have 4 quadrants on your page. In the upper left-hand quadrant, I want you to label that your career or your purpose. The next quadrant over to the right, we're going to label that life, health, and fun. Bottom left quadrant, label that your finances, and bottom right quadrant, label that relationships. In my experience as a certified high performance coach and my studies in personal development, these 4 areas are the key quadrants of a healthy, balanced, fulfilled life. If any one of these quadrants is out of whack, it will impact our ability to show up in our careers and take care of ourselves, as well as how we show up in our relationships. They all are interconnected. There's no such thing as a work-life balance, in my opinion. It's all just life balance, and they include these 4 quadrants, okay? So coming at it from that perspective, now just take a few minutes in quiet. Ideally, this is an exercise you would do away from your computer. Go analog with this. I recommend just good old pen and paper, and take a moment and think, if I were to put myself 90 days from now, let's say we're in January of 2021 and we're reflecting on the past 90 days, what would have needed to happen during those 90 days for me to feel incredibly accomplished? What would needed to happen for me to say, yes, that was an amazing 90 days? Or even stretch goal, that was the most amazing 90 days of my life. Where are you at? What do you need right now? How can you challenge yourself to reach that next level? Now that you've done some reflection on that, put down bullets in each of the quadrants, what you want to accomplish in the next 90 days. For your career and purpose, maybe it's specific projects, maybe it's a sales target goal, maybe it's a coaching client goal, maybe it's a learning and development goal. In the life, health, and fun quadrant, think about the big things that you want to do to take care of yourself. Do you want to run a certain distance? Do you want to complete a physical event like a triathlon? Do you want to get in the best shape of your life? Do you want to work on your nutrition and work with a nutritionist? What are those elements that are going to work on your life? And then also in this quadrant, we're going to think about fun. What are we going to do to bring joy? What are you going to do to make yourself happy over the next 90 days? Is it reading X number of books? Is it getting into a new hobby? For me, it's always knitting. Always going to be a knitting goal of my fun quadrant. Make sure we're thinking about your fun also. It's not all just work. We've got to bring joy into our life and fun, because what's the purpose of living if we don't include that, right? In the bottom left corner for your finances, what are your goals there? Do you need to pay off debt? Do you want to just sustain what you have? Do you want to make more money than you currently have? How are you going to do that? What are those things that you're going to tackle in your financial world? And then in your relationships, what do you want to do to improve that? How are you going to connect more with your spouse? How are you going to build a more vibrant relationship? Are you going to have maybe a weekend getaway, a staycation, a couple of date nights, order some nice takeout? What is it that's going to help improve the quality of your relationship with the people that are most important to you, either your family or your significant other? And that's it. That's how you do a 90-day plan. Now, the important thing, it should all fit on one page. A 90-day plan should never be more than one page. Now, the important thing is that we continue to check in with this 90-day plan. You can do this exact same exercise with breaking that down into, okay, what am I going to do now for the next month? What's going to happen in the next 30 days so that I can get to that goal of what I'm going to do for the next 90 days? You can do this at the year level. You can do the same quadrant exercise, have a page for a year, have a page for 90 days, and a page for your month. And then I use this quadrant system also on a weekly basis to break it down. So we start big and then we continue to narrow in down to each smaller level of detail, continuously checking back in with our longer range plans to make sure that we're accomplishing them. And I can't wait until the end of the year to go over with you guys the annual review, which I'll do in another episode. And I'm excited for it because this will be the first time I've had a full 12 months of using this system to go back and look at my old planners and say, all right, what did I get done this year? And celebrating that. This tool allows us to celebrate those things that we win, because those of you that are action takers, you high performers and high achievers out there, we don't celebrate enough. You know who you are. We need to take credit for the things that we accomplish. All right, action takers, go out, build your 90-day plan, head over to laurencosgrave.com and get your copy of the daily page. Head to actiontakerplanner.com to get a copy of the planner yourself. And if you're an entrepreneur, if you want to take this deeper, if you're ready to have a group of people and a dedicated coach to help you achieve that next level in your business, if you need someone to help you stay in action so that you can focus on serving others, and you want to learn more about the Action Taker Elite Coaching Program, which is an amazing community of coaches, consultants, service-based online business owners, all striving to grow their businesses, you can head over to laurencosgrave.com/elite to learn more about the Action Taker Elite Coaching Program. I would love to invite you to come join a session if you might be a fit. Let's have a call. Love to learn more about you and your business and help you achieve that next level. All right, until next time, action takers, remember, normal is boring, success is inevitable, and action taking is replacing the grind.